There's kind of this like local myth that we're the stargazers up on the hill. And I mean, it's not far from the truth because we're always staring at the sun, and so that's a star. Where we are at 45 South, we get clean air, and so we're kind of like what you would see in the atmosphere if there was no people around us, which there isn't. I think Lauder it's less well known than maybe it is amongst our international colleagues. Like within NIWA, people have an idea of Lauder and kind of what goes on down there. But to the international atmospheric community, it's really well known.
Our measurements are used to validate the measurements that satellites are making, and those satellites are also going all the way around the world and seeing the same levels of greenhouse gases that we are. And these all feed into basically our understanding of climate change and what's happening to the world. You know, just in the 7 years that I've been here, I've seen the level of carbon dioxide go from something like 390 parts per million to nearly 410. So, yeah, it's an inexorable rise.
Climate change isn't going away anytime soon. We're still going to need to make these fantastic ground-based observations. We just need to make sure that we're keeping up with the measurements that we're doing to support satellite measurements. It's all about that synergy between the two. It's linking the two together. You can't have one without the other.
All of our instruments measure by looking at the sun mostly, and there's not much in the way apart from the gases that we're looking for. I mean, yeah, it is remote. There's no mobile coverage at the site. You have to walk up the hill, which works okay, but when the power's out and the network's down and then you have no signals, it's problematic. Yeah. We have kind of good socializing, kind of pizza party at Duncan's place, that kind of stuff. There's always some banter that goes on in the tea room, for better or for worse.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting place to work. Yeah, the rules of morning tea and afternoon tea, it's strict. You have to be there 10 on the dot and 3 p.m. on the dot. No two ways about it. We're quite a small outfit here at Lauder, so we all have to diversify and do different things.
I'd like to say there isn't a typical day, but there is. You know, it's getting in, checking that the instruments are working okay, checking that the data that they've generated in the previous few days is up to standard, up to quality.
There's fixed routines. A balloon launch is typically on a Tuesday morning.
We prepare it here, get it launched, then we test it, it's all going, hook it up to the bottom, kind of walk it over to the driveway just there, and then we release it straight up.
We do what we can to keep our measurements alive and the different time series and recognize the importance of them. It's that kind of long-term monitoring aspect of keeping people honest, and more and more gets understood as you measure. If you don't measure something, you're never going to understand it.